And hello everybody, this is Gamer with Opinions with an introduction to a mod, Imperial Truth by Corensis. Uh, and I will be using this mod in conjecture with a very small mod by Miata called Family Tree Enhancement, which fixed the bugs of the empty portrait in the Family Tree. I have to admit that I've been quite impressed by Imperial Truth. It is an ongoing work. It has a total overhaul that is being installed gradually, so there's many chapters of this overhaul being produced as we speak. And it is quite neat. Some of the features that it includes are 180 new territories. 180 new territories. You heard it right. A minimum of 1 resources placed in every territory, and they are placed in an optimal position to maximize commerce, which is a very neat thought indeed. Um, the addition of permanent watchtowers. For those who don't like the features, it can be edited manually. The faction starting positions are more as historically accurate than the proposed starting position in Remastered. Um, Mercenaries, they have been totally overhauled. So we're talking units, costs, reskin, the works. Rebels. This is neat. The rebel spawn has been reduced drastically. And that is a good thing because so normally when you're controlling inside a territory, you're not supposed to have that much opposition in your territory as it spawns. It covers also the fleets. Um, the addition of the watchtowers is actually probably a mechanical way used to produce that, since we all know that the towers reduce the spawning effect of the rebels. Um all towns now have minimal roads and walls. Uh, Even the most backwater place add at least ditching and stuff to protect themselves. So giving them basic walls makes sense. And when you're approaching a city, there's dirt trails, even if they're not civilized. So again, some form of basic roads are appropriated. All rebels settlement now have a leader to direct them, which is good. It'll make them a bit tougher. The factions have been rebalanced to take into account the new territories. Especially if you go look into the Armenian starting position, it's quite interesting. The gameplay has been extended for a further 100 years. For those who like the very long campaigns like me, this is actually interesting because sometimes we were reaching a point where we couldn't reach all the victories that we wanted due to time limits. 100 years should make it. The names for the Parthian and Armenian factions have been extended and are more accurately, historically speaking. Just a second, please. Sorry about that, I have a cold and I didn't want you to hear me cough. So, there is also new family threats that have been made available. Basically, most of them are anti-threats that can be inherited, and they cancel the effects of some threats of character. I will let you look into the Steam shop for the whole description of the thing. What I would like to mention though is that it is accessible in two modes. You can implement the traits either by console work or you can do it manually for those who know how. The units also. If you look at all the faction and everything, they have been rebalanced. The building as well have been changed, improved, rebalanced. This is very visible in the barbarian factions, which have access to more infrastructure than they used to. There's a ground, this is also neat. There's a ground penalty system that has been totally redone, and it's based on the unit weapons and the terrain type. I am very curious to test this and see how it reacts with missiles, which have always been the problem with any Total War game. So this is pretty, let's say, problematic sometimes. It tends to run certain factions like Armenian, Panavians, Scythians, way too deadly with their horse archers who are costing almost nothing. So we will jump into a game just to see what we have. So here we have the available faction in theory. And so we're gonna get the usual Roman faction. To demonstrate this, we just want to show a bit of the work that has been done in this mod, and it has been done beautifully so far. From what I've tested so far, it is stable, quite stable, actually more stable than a lot of other mods that have been ported into Remastered. So kudos to Currentus for that. So we can see right away, look at this beautiful map. And it is very clear who owns the towers, you know, and we can see the watchtowers. We can see also that he has tried to work with the borders, like making them less visible and stuff. It has suppressed like one line when they're stray, but it's almost impossible, I think, to actually remove those from the game. So I don't think he's gonna be able to do more than that. But I don't know. I haven't checked how the borders are made in this game. I should actually and see if because it annoys me also. Like at least if they were a bit thinner, that would be nice. But that has no part in the mud work. This is a condition inherited straight from Total War and the Feral programmation. So if we take a city and look at the infrastructure we can build, we can see already that this has been reskinned, and we can see that cost have changed a bit. And now this has been renamed. Commoners is way better than peasants. Armed citizens, which is your Rotary, Astarte, they're good looking. And Equitus, the Roman general. Oh, it's the Roman general, sorry. I thought it was Equitus. So you can train generals in this mod. So let's go to a major city, like for us, it should be something like Aritium, the air, so we can see more. We see merchant, diplomats and spies, cost has been redesigned, and we have renamed those, reskinned them, very nice indeed. Also, if we look at the stats, they have been changed. I will not be delving into too much of the stats and stuff. I will let you discover it. I just want to show you though, although this I will point out, very nice touch. The Principus, if you look at the stats, they are far superior than the Astartes, and this is nice because in the original game, Astartes are way too good. So basically, it's almost useless to build Principus. You can wing it just with Astartes, and especially trained Astartes. And that was to me that was a problem. It was making the Roman legion overpowerful. Um, what I would have liked is a way to restrict the recruitment of stuff like Principes, which are supposed to be elite troops, and even Triarii, which I don't really see here, uh, which were supposed to be like the ultimate elite of the elite for the troops. Although it was more of a traditional troop than an actually working troop, Principes and Astartes were way better on the battlefield than the Triarii could be. That's why they've been eventually replaced. So let's check an armed citizen archer. As you can see, he has made a different type of archers. So the armed citizen, missile attack 17. That's quite nice. Good morale, you know, so those are pretty good stats. 20 ammos, and a missile range of 140, so those are actually really good archers. I'm gonna have to test those out. So, as you can see, it's very well done indeed. And if we go onto the map, and we can see also that the starting territory has been expanded, of course. And if we go see onto the map, we won't see it. So what we will do is simply get out of this one, return to main menu, please. If you pay attention, you'll do it. Come on, gamer. So we'll start a new game, Imperial Campaign. We'll select the Armenians, and we'll go for the Armenians, so that we can see more of what I was talking about the territories and stuff. So if we look at the Armenian starting position and also the Pontus starting position that we can see on the map here, this is a lot of added territory. Again, good looking towers, very easy to spot, very easy to know who controls what. You know, so look at how the resources are well placed. Yes, this is very logical. A city will try to, of course, be built close to the resources it gets. That it gets started anyways. Usually it's a river or something, you know, historically speaking. So let's see for the eastern things. We have city barracks, eastern camp, archery range, bazaar, armorer, sewers, communal farming. Again, the prices seems to have been reworked. We can see that the eastern faction can now have paved road. I didn't have that. I forgot to mention that. That's also a nice addition. I don't see any reason why they couldn't make any paved roads and the trade caravan and stuff. So again, I really want to draw your attention on the map. It's a really nice map. It's nicely done. So to me, so far, this look a quality that is on par with, let's say, Europa Barbarora. It is not the same thing at all. But this is a work in progress. So if it continues to progress the way it does, I expect this mod to be really popular. I will do something else with this mod. I am starting a French campaign. Well, a campaign in French with these modifications, and I might start one in English, or I might just subtitle the French one. I don't know, but I really want to showcase this as an ongoing project because I want to keep tracking what happens to this. So far, it's very promising. It deserves to have some attention, and sometimes. Um, People will make great mods and you don't hear about them that much. Um, so this is why I'm creating a special mod video section where I'll be presenting different mods for different things, just so that people can maybe think about combination and stuff that could refresh their game and also give them some passion back. So other thing that I wanted to show you is the Miata fix. If we look at the family tree now, look, this is gorgeous. And we've got all the portraits, no more black unfinished things. Like this was looking so messy. Come on, Farrell. You could have really done better. I mean, CA, Farrell, everybody, come on, you have resources enough to be able to do this. This has been done. It's so simple. It's almost elegant the way Miyata did it. When you look how it's been coded, it's quite simple. So let's say that we're not impressed with them dropping the ball on this one, but we have a good community that is producing great stuff so that we can all enjoy this game that we love so much, all of us and those who are discovering it. I am myself working on a mod that will be more of a Bronze Age based mod to start with. Anyways, it seeks to cover the very early Roman times. So when the Etruscan League was at its peak, pretty much, and the Libyo Phoenician also, and the Greeks in the peninsula, and all that good stuff. This will be aimed to represent lots of tries and this and that. I've been working on it for a while, but I'm waiting for the next two patches, development patches, to be committing to what I'm going to do because there is some unknown that I need to know before. So I think, let me check my notes. I think I have covered basically, well, just want to show you that here's the access to the Rome shell that it's working fine. This is where you will be implementing the command if you want to change the family threads. Again, I invite you to go on the Steam workshop, read the documentation about that because it might not be intuitive to use. So you need to have some knowledge on how the threads work on things. What you have to remember is that those are basically anti-threads, so they cancel the threads. So I cannot really show the things that I haven't covered, like the rebels and everything. The only thing that I could show that I haven't covered, and that would be a good thing to do, I haven't done it with the Romans. Just gonna look for a city where I got somebody. There. So let's send this guy out and go to the recruitment and look at the mercenaries. So horse archer 1234, and let's see. if we go here and this is an Eastern General. This is Horse Archer, 1538. So the mercenaries are cheaper to buy and are pretty much the same to maintain, aren't they? Yeah. So Eastern Mercenaries, Uplights. So this is not over expensive like, let's say, EB1, but this is not cheap either. If we look at the stats, yeah, 4 ammo for skirmishers. It's let's say I'm not getting into that discussion. So I've made a small video on Iberian tactics, historically speaking, based on the university study. I'll be producing something more in depth, and skirmishers is something that I'll be covering heavily because this was the blunt of most army of this time. So, anyways, again, this is beautiful work so far. Aesthetically speaking, I got nothing to say. The balance looks good as far as prices are concerned for infrastructure and stuff. The rebalance of the towers, the resources and everything, I love. So I can't wait to get some time to test this in depth and see if we can maybe find some things that are not working properly and help currentists improve this. I would invite anybody that has any type of knowledge with mods, maybe to beta test this and give your impression to him on his state mod. So that'll be all for today. Thank you for watching this video capsule about Imperial Truth mod and also the portrait enhancement made by Corentus and Mieta respectively. And you can follow me on Twitter, on mine, also on Twitch, and of course YouTube. Give me a follow, like, subscribe, share, but please do comment. This is the way I improve. This is the way I can bring to you what would interest you. So please let me know in the comments what you would like. If you would like to see an English series based on this mod, let me know, and let me know which faction you would enjoy me playing. So until next time, this was Gamer with Opinion. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.